Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports alongside Cameron Gassmer. I'm Charlie McGraw, and we have a good one here as it is a rivalry game between the Mamaroneck Tigers and White Plains Tigers. Both teams not with very good records though. Mamaroneck's 1-4. White Plains is being bageled 0-5. So Cameron, this game is one coming off a very disappointing loss as Mamaroneck was up 15-0 at the half against Scarsdale. What do they have to do to put that behind them?
Yeah, really, the key to this game is the offensive line from Mamaroneck and blocking the White Plains defense. That's really only the way they're going to win.
And when we get back, we'll have the opening kickoff here on LMC Varsity Sports.
I don't want to run her over. I told you they were going to run on me. Take it easy, fellas. Take it easy. That's good right there. All right, captains, why don't you introduce yourselves, shake hands, come a little bit closer to that. All right, fellas, good evening. My name's Tom. I'm going to be a referee for tonight's contest. You're the captains of your team and you're responsible for your team's conduct. If a penalty is called, we'll ask you to come to the center of the field. We'll give you the options. We'll give a signal to the sideline, but once you, the captains, make the decision, we're stuck with it. Okay? You're the visiting team. We're going to use a silver dollar. That's heads. That's tails. What do you want to call? Whoa, he's got my balance here. Go ahead. Tails. He's calling tails. Looks like it's heads to me.
That's tails.
That's a tail. You won the toss, sir. What do you want to do?
Take the ball.
Okay, which we want to kick this way, right?
Yes, we
Turn
want
the
to
back
turn
this
that
way.
way.
Turn the back this way. All right, White Plains won the toss and is elected to receive. Let's go shake hands one more time and play some football.
Who's getting first stick?
Let's go, boys.
Kicking that way. Who's getting first stick tonight? Who's getting first stick? Let's go, let's go. Hey, hunt all night. Let's get the ball back right away. Okay, downfield, full sprint, get there, make the tackle. Let's go nuts. All right, here we go. Bomb squad on three, bomb squad on three. 1, 2, 3, bomb squad!
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Cameron Gassmer. I'm Charlie McGraw, and Jeff Reyes will kick off. Apologize to him because he was the wrong number on our roster. He had him as 14 and was informed by him today that he's 15, so he's the kickoff guy. Jeff Reyes, senior, one of the seniors they honored before the game for Mamaroneck. He'll kick off, and back deep to return will be Zion Podiat, Elijah Gordon, and a flag on the play before. Illegal procedure on the kickoff against Mamaroneck. So that's not good. It's the White Plains team, Cameron, who's 0-5.
Yeah, they're not doing too well. They really need to get this win against Mamaroneck.
Already a penalty, so they'll kick from their 35, Jeff Reyes. So they'll kick from the 35 after the 5-yard penalty, so Reyes will tee it off there as they have the illegal procedure. And back deep to return is still Marcus Andre, Zion Podiat, and Elijah Gordon. And Reyes has a short kick after the penalty, and it bounces and picked up by Podiat, and he is swarmed by Mamaroneck, but he gets by on the outside, and he cuts it up to the 35 where he steps out. So a good return as he returns it up 20 yards, and he goes diagonal about 40 yards, but it's a gain of 20 on the return and for Zion Podiat. And that's where White Plains will start on their own 35, 1st and 10.
Come on, Tigers!
So White Plains will be led by, into the huddle by their quarterback, who is Marcus Andre. And he'll pass right away, and he'll be sacked by Mamaroneck. And that was Aiden French.
What a nice play by Mamaroneck, getting by the defense and sacking the quarterback.
So after the Aiden French sack, it'll be 2nd and 15 from their own 29 for White Plains, and we will have a late call as the officials will discuss something. Just had to discuss something.
Watch coming out of the backfield.
Probably discussing where they're going for dinner later. So it'll be 2nd and 15. And they'll fake the handoff, and then on the end around it'll be taken by Elijah Gordon, who will get about 10 yards. And they'll have 3rd and 5.
First down?
3rd and 7 from their own 39 as he just stepped out. If he didn't step out, he could have got that 1st down maybe.
Get loud, 3rd down, we need to stop there.
Another official timeout. All the officials are discussing something. Does it look like the one official hurt himself? So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, it'll be 3rd and 7 as the official, the back judge, will be replaced. And there'll be one official short, and they'll escape it, and it'll be a White Plains 1st down. As running for it was Marcus Andre, and they had him wrapped up in the backfield. They nearly sacked him, but instead he escapes and gets 11 yards. And if Mamaroneck's not careful, he could be doing that all game long.
It's a nice play by Marcus Andre in finding that hole and getting by the offensive line and getting the 1st down for White Plains.
Mamaroneck had him for the sack, and he was able to get out of it. And that could help White Plains a lot. He could get a lot of yards like that, like Michael Vick used to do back in the day. And they'll do another reverse, and this will be for less than the first one, about 4 or 5 yards. And that is taken down by Uncle Flato, and Tommy Dillon pushed the pile too. 2nd and 7 on that reverse for White Plains.
Good job by Mamaroneck in pushing White Plains back and getting back that yardage that they just lost.
And it'll be handed off here, and that'll be a gain of 1 or 2 yards. Good job by Dylan and Matt Parkinson with the tackles. Run up by Marklin Edwards. 3rd and 6 from the Mamaroneck 46.
I do need to louder. 3rd down. Let's go, Tigers!
And that one will be run by White Plains for 2 yards. And they'll push him back. Actually, 1 or 2 yards only by Marklin Edwards. Actually, they spotted it with forward progress, so it'll be 4th and 2 from the Mamaroneck 42 in an awkward positioning here, so they'll go for it as if it's too long for obviously a field goal, too long, too close to punt, and they'll stop them. So it didn't matter that the spot was a little further than it looked. It's a stop by Mamaroneck. In on it was Matt Parkinson and the Chris Watroba, and Mamaroneck will take over on their own 42 as Marklin Edwards stopped for no gain.
A nice job by Mamaroneck, his defensive line, in stopping White Plains and being farther up towards midfield, getting closer to a touchdown.
So that's where Dillon will lead the offense back. Junior quarterback Tommy Dillon gets it and hands it off to Bobby Bizzard on an end-around sweep, and White Plains has it as he's taken down for a loss of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 11. From their own 41 with 8 minutes to go in this first quarter. So Dillon in the shotgun, which Mamaroneck runs most of the time. They'll fake it, and then he'll throw it to the wide open man. And Charlie Parkinson will push forward for 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 7 from the Mamaroneck 46. Probably a passing play coming.
I expect the passing play here as they're trying to get closer to a touchdown.
Exactly what I was going to ask you, what you thought they were going to pass or run. Probably they should pass as they stack the left, and they will pass if Dillon doesn't see an opening, and he'll get the first down on his feet. Great job by Tommy Dillon. It's the left side. Instead, he'll run for it. So it'll be first down Mamaroneck from the White Plains 46. Great job by Tommy Dillon.
Tommy Dillon saw nobody open. If you kind of faked them out by sneaking through a hole up the middle and getting that first down from Mamaroneck.
Like we saw Marcus Andre do for White Plains.
He's so nice. He's just like, I love him.
Bolt sneakily ran for those first downs. And let's see what Mamaroneck can do. 1st and 10 from the White Plains 46. And the handoff goes to Tim Summer, and he'll get 3 yards. So first carry for Summer, good for 3 yards. This is their power back. Dillon with Summer next to him. Bobby Bizzard on the right and Summer gets the handoff, and he will get a Tiger first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35 of White Plains to the 34. So they'll move the chains again, and Mamaroneck's got a good drive going.
As I said earlier, the key to the game was the offensive line from Mamaroneck, and they're doing a phenomenal job so far in creating a hole for the running backs and getting the first down.
So with 6 minutes left in this first quarter, it'll be Mamaroneck 1st and 10 from their own, from the White Plains 34, and they'll hand off on the sweep, and getting 5 yards will be Michael Flata. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Dillon with Shane Smith next to him. Smith usually the primary back, first carry after this is like the 6th or 7th play, so that's odd, as usually they run to him a lot, but he just gets his first carry on their like 8th offensive play. He's their go-to back. Yeah. Trying to mix it up. different sign as Summers on the sidelines on third down and short when they usually go to Summer, but now they have Smith back in as he will get a pitch, and Shane Smith will get the first down and more. He's inside the 15 and taken down at the 10, so it'll be first and 10 from the White Plains 11 for Mamaroneck. Nice little play there on that pitch.
What a great job by Shane Smith and the offensive line again, blocking White Plains defense and Shane fighting off the tackles of White Plains.
So Smith next to Dylan again in the shotgun, hands off, and Smith will get it, and Smith goes, cuts to the outside, a stiff arm, and he will score a touchdown! Mamaroneck! So Smith scores the touchdown. They take out the official in the progress. He went out, but he still signaled for the touchdown. Good job by the official. As he was going down, he was taken out by the White Plains player, but he still signaled touchdown. And Mamaroneck will look to add the extra point with Max Bone.
Again, what a great job by Shane Smith in fighting off the tackles, kicking a stiff arm, scoring a touchdown for Mamaroneck as they gain a 7-0 lead.
So the junior with an 11-yard touchdown run. Here's Bone, and they nearly block it, but it goes right down the middle. Nobody covered the Tristan Walden and Elijah Gordon, but they're able to get it in just in time. So 1 for Bone, and it's 7-0. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. And kicking off will be Jeff Reyes for Mamaroneck, and it's a high kick and a bouncer that is fielded by Zion Podiat, and he stiffs arms one, and he's going all the way back to his 5, and there's a flag on the play. He's going to be taken down on the 5 as he went backwards. Bad route by him, and it should be a holding penalty too, the way the flag was thrown.
Yeah.
He had it up to the 25, and he went backwards about 20 yards.
It was a good job by Mamaroneck as well in circling up Zion Potea and tackling him down on the 5-yard line.
Yeah, they surrounded him well.
Yeah.
They haven't signaled. It's got to be. Illegal block in the back on White Plains is the call. So half the distance to the goal, it goes from like the 4.5 to the 2. So it'll be 1st and 10. The official still has to pick up his flag. 1st and 10 from their own 2. More like the 3, but nonetheless they're pinned. This is a good opportunity for a sack maybe. I mean a safety.
Getting an extra 2 points is going to go a long way from Mamaroneck.
And they hand it off to the back on the delay, and he's stopped for about a gain of only 1, Elijah Gordon. If 1. Yeah, he got about half a yard.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like that 6th official is going to return to the game. Didn't even see what happened to him. He just started limping. So there'll be an official down. The 5. Usually they have 6. As he throws it away, and it'll be intentional grounding in the end zone. That should be a safety. And it is a safety in his end zone as they're discussing it. And it is a safety. 2 points, Tigers. So it'll be 9-0, and we can see why White Plains is 0-5.
What a great job by American, putting the pressure on him and getting that extra 2 points.
0-13, good job.
So we'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, they'll have to kick off from their own 20 following the safety. And it'll be Darian Gordon.
Don't choke, too!
Before I said there was... Oh, it goes off of Mamaroneck! And it looks like they recovered it, but both teams saying they have it. The official's looking for it. So they onside kick it, and Tigers recovered it, and it was Charlie Parkinson. So they nearly recovered it, but they won't be able to.
Looks like he kind of blocked it with his thigh.
Before I said there would be 4, there's 5 officials. There's actually 4 now. There was 5 and the one who got injured. So usually in high school football there's 5 officials. Now 4, but Mamaroneck will take over for their second possession, leading 9-0. Dylan will pass right away, and he has a man, and the official didn't see it. And that's one of the flaws of not having that official, because that official would have been right on top of it and they would have saw the pass interference, but instead the 4 officials, nonetheless, both teams get that.
Yeah, there would have been a pass interference, but because, as Charlie said, there is no 5 refs.
Because the 5th ref is right on top of that usually.
If the ref saw that pass interference, it would have been a huge plus from Mamaroneck.
If it wasn't pass interference, it could have been also defensive holding. Shane Smith will carry the pile close to the first down marker.
Looks like there's a flag on the play.
Oh yeah, behind the play. Good call. Ooh, a late call against Mamaroneck on sportsmanlike conduct. That's huge. That's a 15-yard penalty against the Tigers, Mamaroneck, and that's bad.
I didn't even see it.
That's a 15. Well, I didn't see anything either, but the officials obviously saw it. So that's an unsportsmanlike conduct. It will repeat second down. So it'll be 2nd and it's 15 yards from the spot of the foul. So it'll be 2nd and 20. What was it, 22? No, you lose the down, so it's 3rd and 22. Unsportsmanlike, yeah, that's the worst, one of the worst penalties you can get.
This is going to really hurt Mamaroneck in this quarter right now, even possibly this game.
It would have been 3rd and 2, instead it's 3rd and 22, so it's like a 20-yard penalty, basically. Because it was from the spot. Although they don't identify the players in high school, so you don't know who it was against, but coming across here, they'll fake it, and Dylan has a man, he's lost! An opening Shane Smith, and he'll get down to the 15. Great pass from Dylan to hit his running back Smith, and they will gain 30 yards, and the penalty is negated.
There you go, number 2!
Great job by Shane Smith
Take it,
in finding and getting open and receiving the pass and fighting off the tackles, getting a first down. And gaining back those yards that they just lost on unsportsmanlike conduct call.
Great pass from Dylan to Smith for the 30 yards, and now Mamaroneck is on the 18 of White Plains, looking to score again like they did earlier. And that is Tim Summer with a run. They had the team safety after the good coverage on special teams and then the intentional grounding in the end zone. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 15. And Dylan will throw it, and it's fumbled! And Parkinson got hit at the goal line, and he fumbles it, and White Plains recovers it, and it'll be a touchback. Wow, what a huge play for White Plains. Recovered by the Tigers' Max Gumowitz from White Plains on a huge hit there, I think by Colin Hall. He was basically at the 2-yard line when they hit him, and he was going for a touchdown for, looked like, for Charlie Parkinson. Instead, White Plains recovers the fumble, and they'll get a touchback.
This could be huge for White Plains if they can push Mamaroneck back and score a touchdown. This can be really huge for them.
So So the touchback will put it on the 20. And potentially, they were 3 yards away from making it 16-0, pending the extra point. So 16 or 15-0. Instead, it's still 9-0, and White Plains gets the ball.
As Charlie Parkinson got hit, he dropped the ball, forcing the fumble. Which could hurt Mamaroneck. But we'll see if their defensive, if their defense can hold up.
Hand off. He'll be taken down at the line of scrimmage. Will Marklin Edwards. So it'll be a gain of 3 by Edwards. 2nd and 7 from their own 24. And the run by Edwards is stopped at the line. Actually, for a loss of 1, it'll be 3rd and 8.
Good job on the Mamaroneck defense, pushing it back. If only it was 1 yard, it doesn't matter. They pushed them back, getting closer to a 4th down.
We're like 3rd and 9 here, with 1:05 to go in the first quarter.
It's 3rd down. That means get loud. Get behind you, Charlie.
Sacked, and it goes to the lineman. And the lineman has it, and he'll run. So he got, wow. So that'll be a completion and caught by the lineman, Frankie Pasqualini. He caught the fumble as nobody was covering, blocking, and the quarterback, Marcus Andre, got hit hard, and it fumbled, and it went right to Pasqualini, and he ran 2 yards. Back to the line of scrimmage.
What a nice hit by Mamaroneck in keeping them at the line of scrimmage, keeping them from gaining more yards.
And a high snap, but it's handled by the White Plains, Jared Stiebling. For 3, and that will be the end of the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 43, where Mamaroneck will take over their own 43. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Cameron Gaspers. I'm Charlie McGraw, and Tommy Dillon gets it 1st and 10 from the 43 following the punt. And Shane Smith will get a 1st down on the run on the pitch. So it'll be 1st and 10 from Mamaroneck from the White Plains 45.
Again, nice job by Shane Smith, fighting off the tackles, getting it 1st down.
First and 10 from the 44 of White Plains.
Like the Scarsdale game, I was sitting in the stand next to, he must have been in the game,
And this one will be run by Mamaroneck. Shane Smith gets about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. So it'll be 2nd and 7 now. As Dillon will get it, and he'll throw, and it'll be complete to Parkinson. He'll hold on to the ball this time, and he'll get close to a 1st down. Tackled by Sam Shank.
1st down, Tigers.
Good enough for a 1st down. So good job by Parkinson not to fumble that.
Also, good job by the offensive line throughout this game so far in blocking defense and protecting Tommy Dillon, allowing the receivers to get open and the running back to find holes and gain yardage.
And Tim Summer with the carry, and they'll wrap him up for a gain. So he gains about 2 yards by tackle by Shank and Kent Riley. So Market has no gain, so it'll be 2nd and 10, and Dillon will air it out, and it'll be caught by Tanner Conlon as he ripped it away from the defender, Tristan Walden. As Tristan Walden had it, but Tanner Conlon rips it out of his hand, and that's a 30-yard gain for Conlon as he gets it away from Walden.
What a nice catch and play by Tanner Conlon, and staying with it and ultimately making the catch for first down.
Looked like it was going to be an interception for Tristan Walden. Instead, it'll be 1st and goal from Mamaroneck from the White Plains 8 after he rips it away from Tristan Walden. Does Tanner Conlon. Tim Summer towards the goal line, and he will score! Touchdown Tigers! Good run by Tim Summer as he would not go down. So Mamaroneck goes up 15-0, and with the extra point coming for Max Bone as they had that team safety after the intentional grounding in the end zone by Marcus Andre. Bone will look to add the extra point, and it's fumbled, picked up by Bone, and he throws out his stiff arm, and he'll be tackled as they got through Tommy Dillon on the fumble, and Bone picks it up. So it'll be 15-0 Tigers, Mamaroneck. The battle of the Tigers. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the touchdown and then the high snap. And a big hit there from Mamaroneck.
So there's no injury on that play. What is it? Nice strong hit.
There's a big hit there. Let's see who delivered it. Tanner Conlon, maybe? Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, following the kickoff and that big hit by, I think it was Tanner Conlon. About 5-yard gain, 4-yard gain for Marklin Edwards, senior running back from White Plains. As Mamaroneck's up 15-0. So they have a touchdown, 11-yard run by Shane Smith, and an extra point by Max Bone, then a team safety on the intentional grounding from White Plains in the end zone, and then an 8-yard run by Tim Summer, and the snap was botched by, was low, and Tommy Dillon couldn't handle it. So it'll be 3rd down and 6, no gain there by Edwards.
Running backs for both teams are doing a phenomenal job in getting as much yardage as they can.
Third down means we get loud. Stop the bleachers, get behind
It'll be 3rd and 6. The snap to Marcus Andre. He'll throw it, and he'll float it, and it'll be caught by the lineman. Another lineman. The catch.
Ineligible receiver.
And that's supposed to, it's supposed to be an ineligible receiver downfield. The linemen aren't supposed to make that catch. Deflected. I think Paul Ventrella, number 71, off of Zion Podia.
Still a nice catch and a first down.
And he'll be stopped. No gain. Stopped by Chris Watroba and Connor Sundin.
Second down.
Mamaroneck's doing a phenomenal job in putting the pressure on White Plains, forcing the sack right there, as you just saw.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 following that. Also helping was that he slipped to Marcus Andre. And he'll throw it out, well, Andre, and it'll be caught. And a late hit. So it'll be another 15 yards for White Plains as there was a late hit against Chris Watroba, roughing the passer. So that'll be a 10-yard completion to the wide receiver Podiat, who caught it on a wobbling pass, and then you got a roughing the passer against Chris Watroba at 15 yards. It's not going to be a good penalty. It was a floater. So roughing the passer, as I said, against Chris Watroba, only 15 yards. Coach Schaap will make sure he writes it in his stat book. He's a legend. Before the game, they asked him how long he's been, what season this is. He said 39. Next year it'll be 40. So 15 yards added on to the end of the run.
I don't think Mamaroneck coaches are too happy because these are little mistakes that can be easily fixed and avoided.
Late hit by Watroba. Roughing the passer, and it'll be handed off on the end around. Tim Summer with the stop. Tristan Walden stopped. And it'll be a sweep to Elijah Gordon, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the Mamaroneck 27.
Third down.
Good job by Michael Flato in pushing him back, realizing that he was still there, enabling him, gaining more yards.
Handed off, and he stopped for no gain by Charlie Parkinson and Chris Watroba. Watroba redeems himself a little. It was Marklin Edwards. 5:30 left in the first half, and White Plains will go for it because they're in that no-man territory. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. So 4th and 8, and they'll keep their offense on the field.
Wise move by White Plains because they are pretty close to touchdown territory. Why not go for it? Mamaroneck's not that close to their zone. So.
And they'll pressure the quarterback, and he will get a first down. So a great run to escape the pressure by Marcus Andre. So it'll be 1st and 10 White Plains from the Mamaroneck 11 with 4:59 to go in the half.
Let's go defense!
Good job by Marcus Andre realizing that he had no one open, noticing a hole and gaining a first down for White Plains, getting them closer to a touchdown.
Go sideline,
Timeout Mamaroneck. So we'll be right back. 4:46 to go here on LMC Varsity Sports. Mamaroneck up 15-0, but White Plains on the Mamaroneck 11. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 1st and 10, and it's a fumble on the snap, picked up by White Plains, and they'll take off, and that is Caleb Gillen, and he'll be stopped on the other side by Shane Smith. So a good job by Gillen to recover it and then get a yard or two, and then a good job by Smith to tackle him. Crazy bounce.
It's a good recovery by White Plains. He was on the hit, but he fumbled it.
It was on the snap, actually.
Oh, it was on the
So
snap.
he snapped it back, and he mishandled the snap, and then he picked it up. And it'll be run by Marklin Edwards for no gain, or 1 yard, and it'll be 3rd and 9.
Come on, Tigers.
And it'll be handed off to, and he will score a touchdown untouched. That'll be Marklin Edwards with the 11-yard touchdown run, and White Plains answers, and they'll make it. And we'll see. It looks like they'll kick the extra point.
Look like there was a hold by the White Plains offensive line. The refs obviously apparently didn't see it, and therefore touchdown stands.
So kicking will be Darian Gordon. And he will make the extra point. Their high snap, they get it down, so it'll be 15-7. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, alongside Cameron Gaspers, I'm Troy McGraw, and a flag offsides against White Plains, so they'll push him back 5 yards. We saw Mamaroneck do that on the opening kickoff.
Is it bothering you? What's up, Grace?
These small little penalties, Mamaroneck has got to take advantage of them, which can help them win this game.
It's a 10-yard penalty. No, it's a 5-yard penalty. They accidentally put them. Now they switch it. .327 to go in this first half, 15-7. And it'll be a squib kick from Darian Gordon, and it'll be Shane Smith, one man to beat, and he's tackled by the last defender. Big return by Shane Smith, 30 yards, and he's tackled by Kenneth De La Rosa.
Phenomenal run by Shane Smith. With the
Illegal block in the back against Mamaroneck. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count. So that brings it back.
Look, I was going for a touchdown until kind of jumped on him, causing that
And also
penalty.
the flag now. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20 instead of 1st and 10 from White Plains is 40. Huge difference.
Yeah. Again, these little mistakes that the Mamaroneck are making can cost them this game.
Mamaroneck will get the ball to start the second half as they kicked off to start the game. And they'll pass it to Tim Summer. Summer gets a block, and he's off to the races on the far side of the field. Summer gets it up all the way to the 40, so they get all that yardage back from the penalty. And they'll have 1st and 10 on the White Plains 39. Beautiful run by Tim Summer on the short pass from Tommy Dillon.
What a phenomenal block by Mamaroneck, allowing Tim Summer to gain that yardage back.
So they stepped out at the 42. So he was able to tiptoe the sidelines before that. So they'll have 1st and 10 from the 42. Dillon nearly completes a pass, but the tough hit. Tanner Conlon can't handle it as he was hit by Elijah Gordon.
White Plains was kind of hoping for a fumble there, but Tanner Conlon his knees were already down.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Mamaroneck the White Plains 43. And the pitch to Tim Summer, seen it to Smith, and now Summer takes it. About 7-8 yards, tackled by Max Gumowitz. They're on the 36, 3rd and 3.
Offsides on White Plains. Great job by Mamaroneck on faking them.
And it'll be a 1st down, Mamaroneck. So a costly penalty for White Plains. It would have been 3rd and 3. Now it's 1st and 5. It's 1st and 10. So Dillon will pass, and it's dropped by Tanner Conlon. A little low, but it should have been caught.
And that catch has got to be made in order for Mamaroneck to get closer to a touchdown. If he made that catch, it could have been close to a 1st down, or even a 1st down.
I haven't seen it, and I thought they did.
Dillon will throw it. He's got a man. He makes a move, and it'll be cut for down at the 1. Looks like he went in, but instead, by Bobby Bizzard. Instead, it'll be down at the 1. No. He's down at the 1, so it'll be 1st and goal, Mamaroneck from the 1, as he was ruled down at the 1.
What a great job again by the offensive line, blocking the defense, cutting Tommy Dillon,
PA guy.
allowing him to
Somebody wake that PA guy up.
allowing him to notice Bobby Bizzard is wide open.
What a play by Bizzard on that catch on that route, and they'll score. Shane Smith, 1-yard touchdown. So 2nd touchdown for Smith, but it was really all set up by Bizzard. So Mamaroneck takes a 21-7 lead.
Shane Smith is doing a great job, not only in this game but the whole season, in running the ball and gaining yardage for Mamaroneck.
So Max Bowen on for the extra point, and he will get it in. It's good. 22-7. The ref had a run over. He forgot where to go. So it'll be 22-7 Mamaroneck here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, kicking off will be Jeff Reyes, and another good kick angled out. So he'll get it, and they almost cut off the angle again, but he'll drag him to the 20. Will Zion Podia. 1:32 left. White Plains take over 1st and 10 on their own 20. Bad snap picked up by White Plains, and running for a 1st down and more is Elijah Gordon.
Nice run by Elijah Gordon there, getting the 1st down. White Plains offensive line is again creating those holes for their team to gain the most yardage.
Marked him down at the 35, so that's a break from Mamaroneck. Looked like he went out at the 45. And it's intercepted by the Tigers. And Tim Summer, an interception, and Mamaroneck can add to their lead with 1:06 to go in the half. Nice interception by Summer. So about a 10-yard return by Tim Summer after the interception.
Nice coverage by Tim Sommer, and not allowing wide receiver for White Plains to catch that ball.
And Dylan will look to throw. He throws it across his body and nearly caught, but Conlon drops another.
That's 3 drive passes for Tanner Conlon tonight.
So Tommy Dillon throws it wide open, and he missed the man as he throws it wide of Michael Flato. He had him open, but Dillon couldn't hit him.
Yeah, Tommy Dillon kind of threw it to the opposite side of Flato, where he was turning to the left as Dillon threw to the right, keeping them at around
He threw it
30.
closer to the sidelines,
Yeah.
but he should have thrown it more towards the middle. 3rd down and 10 from the Tigers. White Plains 35.
They actually did kick
No.
the ball.
25.
They never have the same kicker. They have like 3 guys.
And Dillon will complete a pass to Conlon as he'll catch it. And he'll go out for a 1st down right in front of our cameraman and LMC Varsity Sports producer Rob Moretti. I don't think he flinched. It's a lot better than Kevin did that time. As our cameraman Kevin Duarte took a shot the last time we were here. Actually, 3 weeks ago. The first time we were here. When they beat Mount Vernon. And night game.
Nice catch there by Tanner Conlon, holding onto the ball as he was hit out of bounds.
1st and 10 from the White Plains 14 with 47 seconds to go. Mamaroneck looking to increase their 15-point lead as they lead 22-7. The fake on the flip, and he'll get 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 or 8 from the White Plains 11 with 32 seconds and counting. No huddle for Mamaroneck. Nobody in the backfield for Dillon. And ball start against Mamaroneck.
That's a head full on that.
As I've been saying all night, the offensive line from Mamaroneck has been doing a great job in pushing the White Plains defense in different directions, creating a hole up the middle for either the running backs, Shane Smith or Tim Sommer, or Tommy Dillon to do a QB run.
The clock's running. is after the penalty. I don't know why Mamaroneck didn't use a timeout. There's only 12 seconds left. Now they realize, and they finally, no, the officials have miscommunication here. The clock's kept by the officials, but we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports as they sort this mess out. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 18 seconds, 8 seconds put back on the clock. Dylan gets the snap. He'll throw it wide. It'll be caught, and making a man miss or two. And Coach Vidia will call a timeout with 9 seconds left. It'll be 4th and 1 for Mamaroneck.
A wise call by
3rd and goal. Tim Summer caught it.
A wise call by Coach Vidia in calling a timeout, keeping the clock, keeping the clock still, and hoping to gain another touchdown as they go.
They only have 1 timeout left. As they're in a timeout, we'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Tommy Dillon gets a snap, 9 seconds, fakes it. They're gonna lose the clock, diving, 4 seconds, incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 3, and they'll kick the field goal with Max Bone. That was a diving effort by Tanner Conlon, but he just couldn't make it.
A nice fake there by Tommy Dillon, making the defense think that he was going to run it, but ultimately throwing it. However, it wasn't incomplete.
Ran it, he might have used too much time. They had the 1 timeout. 4 seconds left, and it'll be Max Bone from about 22 yards. It's on the 5-yard line. And the ref forgets where he's supposed to go again. Second time he's done that. And then Bone will kick it though, and it's good from 23 yards with the ref running to the goal post. And Mamaroneck will go up 25-7 at the half. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports with the second half. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, kicking off will be White Plains to Mamaroneck, and it'll be dropped on the far side of the field, and then running with it will be Shane Smith to the 35. And it was kicking off was Darian Gordon. Mamaroneck leads 25-7 as we start the second half. Why is the clock, the running clock already? Up 18, that's weird. Now they stop it.
They should be adding this extra 7 seconds.
Oh, it was like 11:50 though. When Shane Smith was tackled, because that's a run for 4 yards by Smith. So it'll be 2nd and 6 from their own 40. And it'll be thrown, and first down, Dylan to Tanner Conlon, and that's 15-yard, actually 20-yard completion. Dylan to Conlon.
Nice job by Tommy Dillon there, finding the open man, and with the catch is Tanner Conlon, running for a first down.
Yeah, Dillon's played well tonight.
Yeah, he played very well.
One of the reasons they're up 25-7. Shane Smith gets the run, and he'll go towards the first down marker, and he'll be just short. So he'll be tackled by Elijah Gordon. Second and 2 from the from the White Plains. Tuck goes another Tigers. who played Mamaroneck, as it'll be in the White Plains 33, and that'll be handed off to Flato, and he'll get on the sweep, and he'll get 7 yards, first down.
Nice job by Flato, running around to the outside, getting the first down for the Tigers.
First down, Mamaroneck at the 24, and up 18 right now. It's a 3-score game, but if they score again, I mean, put the nail in the coffin, basically. Mamaroneck, and the fake by Dylan, and he's hit hard by Sam Schenk.
That was a really hard hit on Tommy Dillon. He is a little shaken up, but he's okay.
So it'll be 2nd and 5. Dylan fakes it. He throws towards the end zone. Wide open is Chris Watroba, and it's a Mamaroneck touchdown, 20 yards. Dylan to Watroba, perfect play on the play action and a nice pass, and you can't get any more wide open than that.
Great route taken by Chris Watroba to get open and score the touchdown from Mamaroneck. Basically blowing the game wide open.
Yeah, and that should be all they wrote, especially from a White Plains team that hasn't scored more than 12 points in one game all year, and they've given up an average of more than 20. And extra point by Bone is good. He's 3 of 3 on extra points. The other one doesn't count because it was a bad snap. So, and then the 4-yard field goal, 32-7, 2 minutes and 42 seconds gone by in the half.
Great job by Mamaroneck jumping on the White Plains Tigers early in this game, kind of dimming their spirits of winning the game. As White Plains is winless on the season. Again, the Tigers have pretty much blown open this game, as it's 32-7 right now.
So kicking off will be, once again, Jeff Reyes. He's done a good job as the kickoff specialist. And Reyes will kick it deep. That's a good kick to the 10, taken by Zion Podiat as he's taking all the kicks, and right into Mamaroneck he runs, and he's taken down by Sam Giroux and Tanner Conlon. And that's where White Plains will start 1st and 10 from their own 18. Good coverage once again by Mamaroneck.
Good job, guys.
That was a great kick there by Jeff Reyes, getting it deep enough, not allowing White Plains to get the yards that they want to get, to at least try and get back in this game.
So White Plains will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20, and it'll be a handoff, and getting through the middle and going off is Marklin Edwards. He's at the 40. He's got a swarm of Mamaroneck defenders running towards him, and Edwards will be taken down by Conlon. The last Mamaroneck defenders, there was 4 guys that Edwards just went by like a video game, and then he was taken down by Conlon at the 4.
Hamburger. You dropped money on the floor. I don't want a hamburger. I just wanted to tell you dropped money.
The offensive line of White Plains did a great job in separating the Mamaroneck defense, creating that hole for Zion Podiat. to run all the way down. It was like the 5-yard line. And there's a flag on the play.
Ball start. Ball start against White Plains, so that'll push him back 5 yards. So it'll be first and goal from the 10 now. The snap is fumbled, picked up, and sacked by Watroba. Good sack by Watroba as it was fumbled by Marcus Andre, and then he was sacked by Chris Watroba.
Mamaroneck keeps pressuring them, creating these sacks and pushing them back even more. Kind of slowly gaining back that the yards that they just lost.
They'll have a lot to make up as they lost 6 yards there. Second and goal from the 15. So that touchdown saving tackle by Tanner Conlon at the 5, and then the penalty to the 10, and now a sack makes it second and goal from the 16 by Watroba, and that's handed off, and that'll be a touchdown. So it didn't matter as scoring the touchdown will be Marklin Edwards, his second touchdown of the day, 16-yard touchdown run, and White Plains makes it 32-13 with 7:30 to go.
Looks like White Plains got a little energy in their step, but they just scored that touchdown. Catching up to Mamaroneck as it is now 32-13.
I'll go for 2. I'll make it a 17-point game. Down by 2 touchdowns on a field goal. And they'll hand it off on the end around, and it'll be stopped, and Watroba jumps on it as he stops the man. It was fumbled by Gordon, so they can't be able to make it. Second on the 2-point conversion, so it'll be 32-13. We'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports, 7:30 to go. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and it's a horrible either squib kick or onside kick. I don't know what it was, directly out of bounds by Darian Gordon.
Next time.
So it'll be
That's good.
penalty, and
Show your family proud.
Mamaroneck will take over, first and 10.
I think White Plains here is feeling the pressure, which is why they kicked it out of bounds, because Mamaroneck has such a dominating lead of 32-13. I think they're cracking under pressure here and trying to gain a win.
First win of the season as they're 0-5. Lost to Scarsdale, Mount Vernon, New Rochelle, Ramapo, Clarkstown North. Mamaroneck beat New Rochelle, Suffern, Mount Vernon, Clarkstown North, and Scarsdale. As the refs, again, don't know what the rule is and where the ball should start. Before they had trouble with translating a rule, and now, too. They've made this game a lot longer than it should be. Could use their guy that they, their fifth guy on the field to they get rid of. This will be on the 40. That's where they mark it out. That's where it went out.
It was a kickoff.
Now walk off the 5 yards.
So it'll be first and 10 from their own 40. It probably should be on the 45. So it'll be hiked to Dillon. He'll float it out to Smith. Could have been more of a 1-2 yard pass. He gets by one defender and another, and he goes all the way to the 40. So it's a 20-yard gain for Shane Smith.
Nice run there by Shane Smith, avoiding White Plains tackles, going in and out and ultimately finding a hole on the outside going to the White Plains 40-yard line.
Mamaroneck looking to... They've already scored their most points of the season. Before this, it was a loss, 27-23 to Suffern, which they're up by 10 minutes and they blew. Dillon gets a keeper, and it'll be close to a first down. So they've already succeeded that by 9 points. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the White Plains 31. Flag against the Tigers. Coach Vitti not happy.
It might be either a offside or a false start. Most likely an offside.
False start.
It was a false start as Mamaroneck is pushed back 5 yards. Back at the 37-yard line.
Dillon throws back, he passes, he has a man, it's pummeled and hit right to Parkinson. He strikes it out, touchdown, Parkinson! What a catch! And the ref gives him the benefit of the doubt as he stretches it in, and it was a deflection off the Mamaroneck receiver. I think Conlon deflected off the White Plains receiver through his arms. What a catch by Parkinson to score, and Charlie Parkinson with the touchdown, and Mamaroneck leads 38-13.
What a phenomenal heads-up play by Charlie Parkinson there to realize that the ball was in the air, react quick enough to catch the ball, and reach in with all his might to gain the touchdown.
35-yard touchdown catch by Charlie Parkinson. 2nd touchdown pass of the day from Tommy Dillon. They had a 28-yard. He had a 20-yard pass to Chris Ratroba. And they switched the call. These guys are unbelievable. It's like each week the refs get worse and worse. What did they? You can't call it a touchdown and then call it back.
Yeah.
That was a touchdown. They called it a touchdown, especially in a game like this where this game's over. Like seriously. That was a really nice play by Charlie Parkinson, and you're going to take it away from him. You originally called it a touchdown. You can't overrule it. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. So back here on LMC Varsity Sports, very confusing. It looked like he was in. They signaled a touchdown. That's what really made it confusing. Smith will be stopped before the goal line, because it's not like there was a replay to reverse it, and then they decided and got together and said it wasn't a touchdown. Even though it looked like he might have been short, if you call it a touchdown, keep it a touchdown.
I think the refs also were too far away to even see if he was down before he reached in, gained the touchdown, which I think is why they reversed it. But they still called it a touchdown.
Right.
And they should keep it a touchdown.
Right, the one ref coming and then the other ref switched it. Doesn't make sense. It was such a nice play, too, on the deflection, and at this point of the game. And he reached for it. He might have got there. If you originally call it, you got to keep it.
Great heads-up play.
And it'll be a fake and untouched Tommy Dillon 1-yard run. So Mamaroneck now up 38-13.
Tigers eventually do get the touchdown as Tommy Dillon was untouched with a fake and ultimately running it in.
They lead 38. 13, 4:46. Max Bone will kick the extra point. And he'll get it through. So he's 4 of 4 on extra points now because the one where the botch snap doesn't count. 39-13, and he has a 24-yard field goal. So we'll be right back at LMC Varsity Sports. Mamaroneck in cruise control up 26. Back alongside Cameron Gassmers, I'm Charlie McGraw. It is the 4:46 mark of the third quarter, and it's all Mamaroneck, 39-13. They'll kick off. It'll be Jeff Reyes with the kickoff, bobbled and brought up here. And getting an opening is the return man, Elijah Gordon. His first kickoff return of the day, untouched. Touchdown, Elijah Gordon, White Plains. Quick answer from White Plains, and they make it 39-19. 90-yard kickoff return, untouched. First time he returned it all day because the Zion Podiat would return him most of the time. You know, number 10. Now number 7, Elijah Gordon returns it and he takes it to the house untouched.
Nice job by Elijah Gordon there, realizing the holes, and as well as kicking team of White Plains, sorry, the receiving White Plains blocking Mamaroneck to open up the hole for Elijah Gordon to score a touchdown untouched.
They'll go for 2. Again, trying to make it 18. Trying to make it 39-21. And they'll hand it off here to Gordon, and he'll be stopped. It'll be a 20-point lead for the Tigers, 39-19. Mamaroneck leads. We'll be right back, LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, a in-between pooch kick picked up by Bizzard. He gets by one tackler and almost another, and he'll get to the 40, where he'll be stopped. So Mamaroneck, after giving up the touchdown return of 90 yards to Elijah Gordon, they'll take over, leading 39-19. 25-7 at the half, 9-0 Mamaroneck after 2. And offsides on White Plains. A lot of penalties by White Plains, small penalties too, but they're adding up.
Because of these small penalties, Mamaroneck has this big lead, is taking advantage of White Plains' small little mistakes.
Let's go, Jeremy!
So it'll be 1st and 5 after the penalty offsides. Tim Sommer 1 or 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Tim Sommer is trying to stay up on his feet while he's brought down by 3 White Plains Tigers, ultimately gaining about 2 yards.
It'll be handed off. Flato, and a couple of penalties. There's Michael Flato with the run. Looked like a hole, maybe.
Although there was a flag on the play, nice run by Flato, going one way, then jerking to go the other way, recognizing the holes. However, it is going to come back because it was a penalty on Mamaroneck. Pushing them back another around 10 yards, 10 to 15 yards.
Holding penalty, yeah, 10-yard penalty. So Tigers, Mamaroneck will have it. Second and 14 from their own 37. And Dylan will pass it, and he'll hit Tanner Conlon, and Conlon will stay in bounds and now be pushed out at the 25. Nice move by Conlon. That'll be a gain of 37 yards. Nice play.
Nice balance there by Colin. After being almost pretty much tackled out of bounds, staying on his feet, gaining the first down, gaining more yardage that they lost.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers from the Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck will have 1st and 10 from the White Plains 26. 3 minutes to go here. Dylan rolls out a throw again. He's got a man! He had Conlon wide open and he missed him. He overthrew it. Just missed him. That would have been an easy 6. He's been playing well, but a couple of throws got away from him sometimes here. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the White Plains 26. Dylan will get the snap. Smith next to him, and he'll hit his man, Tanner Conlon. It'll be 3rd and 2 with 2:35 to go. Heading towards the 2-hour mark of this game. Started at 7. Besides the halftime, 15 minutes, it's almost 9 o'clock. Kind of long game here.
And the refs, one ref getting hurt and switching up all the calls, kind of delaying the game.
Right, a lot of the discussions has delayed it. So 3rd and 2. Dylan will take off, and he'll get the first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 Mamaroneck from the White Plains 14.
Tigers are showing their strength here by pushing as far as they can against the White Plains, gaining as much yardage as they can, get closer to a touchdown.
Penalty. As they blow it down. Actually, no penalty. Injured man, though, for White Plains. So we'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, alongside Cameron Gasmers, I'm Charlie McGraw. 2nd and 4. Dylan hands it off to Bobby Bizzard, and he fumbles it. And flag on the play, as it's Taj Johnson caused the fumble as he knocked it away from Bizzard, and he recovered it. It looked like I think it was against White Plains. Against Mamaroneck. It looked like a legal block in the back or something. But Bizzard with the fumble return, we had a game earlier in the year where he had a big fumble too. So against Mamaroneck, so it'll be decline. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 19. Mamaroneck was looking to make it 45-19 instead. White Plains can come back, and if they score, they can make it two-score game. Going back to pass is the quarterback, Marcus Andre, and he'll get a first down.
Great job there by Marcus Andre, going back and then pushing forward, pushing Mamaroneck back, gaining a first down for White Plains Tigers.
So 1 minute to go in this third quarter, 39-19 Mamaroneck. Hand it off, and getting a first down and more, dragging the pile was Marklin Edwards. He has 2 touchdowns, and they can score quickly. The game will become a little more interesting.
Yeah. Good job by White Plains offensive line, pushing them forward, kind of enabling Mamaroneck to make the tackle. Pushing them closer to a touchdown and gaining back the lead.
So White Plains has it 1st and 10 from their own 46. Marcus Andre fakes the handoff, and he's sacked, and a flag on the play, taken down by Charlie Parkinson. Holding against White Plains. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. That'll back them up. We'll take it. It'll be 1st and 22.
Good job there by Connor McGuire, number 54 from Mamaroneck, kind of creating that hold, the holding call. Pushing White Plains back.
And it'll be passed here, and it goes through the hands of Zion Podiat. Good pass from Marcus Andre, but just a little high and far, as on the coverage was Shane Smith and Tanner Conlon. And Andre, Marcus, and Shane Smith jawing at each other there.
That looked like it could have been intercepted, however, and it went through the hands of Zion Podiat, and none of the Mamaroneck players, Tanner Conlon or Shane Smith, could come up with it. So little things to work on during practice.
And Marcus Andre slowing him up there was Smith, and then Charlie Parkinson pushes him back. It'll be 3rd and long, end of the third quarter. Tackled by Charlie Parkinson. 39-19, Mamaroneck in front with 1 quarter left. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Marcus Andre will take the snap, and it'll be a reverse, and it'll be 5-yard gain, but it'll still be 3rd and long, and they'll punt. As that was taken on the run by Caleb Gillen on the reverse. No punt, and it'll be Darian Gordon.
Good call by White Plains to punt it, because they do not want to miss the first down if they went for it. Giving Mamaroneck less ground to cover, score a touchdown. Pretty much ending the game right here.
And nearly blocked it, and it'll go out at the 35, so that's where Mamaroneck will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 35. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, ref said it went out at the 38, so it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 38 for Mamaroneck. 11:20 to go, 39-19. That was a flag. See, yeah, that's a flag. That's a hold on the run. Before, I thought I saw a flag, but I didn't. Against Mamaroneck, that'll back him up. first and long. So it'll be first and 15 from their own 34.
Let's see if Mamaroneck here can gain back the yards they just lost on the holding call, which they have been pretty good at the rest of the whole game so far. As they hand it off.
There's Shane Smith with the run here, and he will get to the 40. And he'll get 7-8 yards. Second and 8. Yeah, as it was first and 15 following the penalty. So. So second and 8, 10:40. 4. Hand it off. Shane Smith, and he'll get a yard or 2. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Third and 5 with the Tigers up by 20.
Tigers slowly gaining back the yards that they lost on the holding call.
They gave them forward progress, so it'll be 3rd and 3 from the Mamaroneck 45 with 10:10 to go. As White Plains looks like they're blitzing, and they bring a blitz. Dylan has a man, and it's nearly a diving catch, but just a little too far for the receiver. That was Sam Giroux. First time they threw his way. Can't make the catch. So they'll punt, and for the first time,
there was a nice block there on Mamaroneck for Tommy Dillon to actually make that pass. I thought he was going to be sacked.
Picked up the blitzers. Chris Matroba will punt first time today. The Tigers will punt. And Matroba with the protection will have a nice high kick. And it's fumbled and recovered by the Tigers. Wow! What a big drop by Elijah Gordon as he fumbled it right in the breadbasket and picked up by Michael DeVito?
Yeah.
23. Michael DeVito. No relation to Danny.
It's like White Plains here is cracking under the pressure.
And also in on it, but I don't think he recovered it, but he was right there with the pressure, was Charlie Parkinson. Again, as he's played very well tonight on defense and offense. He's had a big game.
Yeah, huge game, almost making a touchdown, which should have been a touchdown. Yeah. Making many tackles and blocks. Overall, a very, very well game. Very well good game played by Parkinson.
Dylan takes off, and he's spun around back to the line of scrimmage. Mamaroneck doesn't really, I mean, I don't know if Dylan gets hurt, who would the backup quarterback be? There's nobody listed on the roster, but I don't think, they don't really have one. I mean, because in most situations you would see a backup quarterback, you know, up 20. Timeout, I think White Plains took it. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the injury timeout, 2nd and 11. Dylan fakes it, throws, and a wide open up the middle is Tim Summer, and he'll get down to the 2-yard line. So that is a 21-yard pass, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 2 for Mamaroneck. And they get that opening in the middle of the field a lot today, and Dylan's hit the guy.
It's partially due to the offensive line of blocking and the wide receivers blocking the corners and the safeties, creating that open gap in the middle of the field. It's a good job by Tommy Dillon recognizing that under all the pressure from help with the offensive line, Mamaroneck.
1st and goal from the 3. And Dylan will run towards the goal line and he'll be tackled at the 2. So it'll be second and goal from the 2. Dylan has Smith to his left, and he'll fake it to him, and to stop him. It will be a gain of 1 or no gain, stopped by Sam Schink.
Well, like Tommy Dillon just ran into like pretty much like a brick wall. He just ran wide to the left and just was taken down. White Plains defenseman.
So, still from the 2, third and goal. And it'll be a handoff. It was a handoff, right? Yeah, handoff to Smith. No, he passed it?
A short pass to Shane Smith.
Short pass to Shane Smith for a 2-yard touchdown run. And that'll be Smith's second touchdown. Third touchdown of the day.
Mamaroneck pretty much is taking the game with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, 45-19.
And that'll be his second touchdown passes. We thought the other one was to Parkinson, but it wasn't. They're up to 45 points now, and it's good by Bone, 46-19. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, kicking off again will be Jeff Reyes, and a booming kick by Reyes will be fielded by Elijah Gordon, who only kick return of the day that he had. He returned for a touchdown. This one he won't. He'll be taken down at the 23. So it'll be 1st and 10 White Plains with 7:23 to go, down by 28 points. 4 touchdowns.
Again, nice, really nice deep kick there by Jeff Reyes, pushing White Plains back and keeping them at the 20-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for White Plains, and at this point, if you're the White Plains Tigers, you just want to score a couple, you just want to get a good drive here and maybe score another touchdown or 2 if you can. For head coach Michael Lindbergh and White Plains, that's all they want to do, and it's a completion on the first play, thrown up the middle to Anthony Arusso from the quarterback Marcus Andre.
Again, nice job by the White Plains offensive line in creating that hole right up the middle to pass to an open man, as they gain 23 yards on that play.
Marcus Andre will be pressured, and he'll run away like he's done so many times. And this time he will get to midfield, so he'll gain 7 yards. 2nd and 3 from midfield.
Marcus Andre taking it upon himself to gain yardage even though nobody else was open. So good job there. Getting White Plains closer to a touchdown.
Oh, he gets hit, hammered, and he throws it up the middle, and it's broken up by
Connor McGuire.
Connor McGuire, and a great hit by Charlie Parkinson, but looks like he's injured, is the quarterback Marcus Andre. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Andre down. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the incomplete pass. Going out was the quarterback, Marcus Andre. So in is the backup quarterback, Caleb Gillen, who we've seen a wide receiver. Came around on an end around. He's playing quarterback. And so Gillen hands off, and it's a first down for Elijah Gordon. 1st and 10 from the Mamaroneck 43 with 5:53 to go. And the Tigers up by 4 touchdowns with the extra points.
Yeah, there really is no way that I see for White Plains coming back with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. By the way they're playing tonight,
and they fumble, and it's picked up, and taking it off to the races, and going all the way to the house is Eric Kwok! 55-yard fumble return on senior day for the senior. Wow! They don't come any easier than that.
No, they don't. As it was fumbled on the handoff, great reflexes there by Eric Kwok to pick it up and to sprint towards the end zone, untouched for a touchdown. Great job there.
And he looked like a running back or a wide receiver sprinting down the field. 55-yard fumble return, and who says 35-point games aren't exciting?
They are exciting, especially for the winning team. So Mamaroneck is pretty...
Especially for Kwok, that's got to be his first touchdown ever, and probably will be his only touchdown on senior day. So
it shows how great Mamaroneck has played tonight, and good night Mamaroneck overall.
Extra point by Max Bone would make it 54-19. With 5:20 to go. And Bone, I did not jinx him by saying if he made it. It'll be, he's now 6 of 6 on extra points. Well, the one didn't count, and they have a field goal because it was fumbled on the snap. So Kwok with it as the team congratulates him, and we'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports, 54-19, 35-point lead for the Tigers. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, as we can hear Coach Vitti telling his team, you know, not to do anything stupid here, you know, where there's any bad penalties or anything look bad. Don't want to run up the score either. Obviously, on a fumble return like that, you're not running up the score because they fumbled it right to you. But nearly running for another kickoff return was Tristan Walden. They'll be down 1st and 10 from their own 39. With 5:10 to go in the game. Timeout, Coach Vitti and Mamaroneck. We'll be right back, LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, after a timeout by Mamaroneck, Coach Vitti was just telling his team to be smart. And I think he wanted to get some other players in the game as well. Back in the game, it's good to see, is the quarterback Marcus Andre. The turnovers we were talking just now really have killed White Plains. I mean, obviously, in the game where it's 35, but they've particularly killed them.
Yeah, the little mistakes as well made by White Plains, with all like the mishandled snaps, you know, pretty much cost them the game as well. And Mamaroneck taking advantage of it.
Right. Mamaroneck's made less mistakes and another injury, so we'll take another timeout here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, final 4:25. Following the timeout, it was good to see the injury Jimmy Hubner walk off the field, and that's a first down on the run by Marcus Andre. So it'll be 1st and 10 for White Plains at midfield. 54-19, 4:18 left. White Plains on midfield, and the clock will run now. Reverse, which White Plains has run a couple of times, and it'll be taken by Caleb Gillen to the 35, 15 yards, so 3:48 to go. Mamaroneck scored. Most exciting one was their last touchdown, 55-yard fumble return by Eric Kwok. Max Bone has a field goal. They had a team safety on a intentional grounding in the end zone. 6 extra points for Bone. The only one they didn't make was on a bad snap. A 11-yard touchdown run from Shane Smith, 1-yard touchdown run, which was set up by Parkinson. That airing it out, and it is caught. And a touchdown for White Plains, scored by Anthony Russo on the 35-yard throw by the quarterback, Marcus Andre.
Going back to those reverse plays that White Plains has run a couple of times has helped them gain yardage and first downs and led to a couple touchdowns, as we see now.
That was a fake reverse, or it was a fake on the handoff. Well, it was a long throw. 35-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Russo from Marcus Andre. 90-yard touchdown return, Elijah Gordon, and the 2-point conversion by Marklin Edwards, as he also had an 11-yard touchdown run and a 16-yard touchdown run. So it's now doubling up Mamaroneck over White Plains, 54-27. We'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Mamaroneck wasn't really ready for the kick, but then they were able to regroup and they'll return it, and it's pushed to Bizzard from the lineman Jeremy Jacob. So it'll be 1st and 10 Mamaroneck from the 35. And Dylan will come back in. It's like I said earlier, I don't think they really have a backup quarterback. 54-27.
It's like Rudy. It's like Rudy. Yeah, went out.
False start on Mamaroneck. That'll back him up 5 yards. Michael DeVito coming into the game, along with Kevin Santos. .155 and counting. 1st and 15 from their own 30, and the Tigers lead 54-27. Where'd the student body go?
Home. They saw Mamaroneck kind of blowing it out.
Start the parties early?
Yep.
False start on Mamaroneck.
We got a long weekend, you know.
Oh, Columbus Day, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Monday, yeah. Columbus set sail. 1492. All right. 1st and 20. Can't be upset about these penalties. Don't really mean anything.
Nope.
False starts, 54. So Mamaroneck will improve to 2-4. Their wins coming here and against Mount Vernon, and White Plains will fall to 0-6.
This is a big win for Mamaroneck.
Yeah, on the scoreboard and literally, yeah. They won by double, 54-27 in the win. Maybe one, they'll have one more play here. 2nd and long. And White Plains calls a timeout so they could get a couple players in, he said, as he yelled across the field. So timeout White Plains. And we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. So the White Plains coach called timeout to get players some snaps, but Mamaroneck will just take a knee. They don't want to get a big play and run up the score, 54-27. So we'll be, as the clock's about to run out, we'll have some interviews, post-game analysis coming up on LMC Varsity Sports.
Overall, great game by Mamaroneck, taking advantage of the little mistakes made by White Plains and pretty much dominating them the whole game.
They had little and big mistakes. A lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers. So 54-27, Mamaroneck beats White Plains. We'll be right back with the post-game analysis and interviews here on LMC Varsity Sports. All right. Back here on the post-game show with quarterback Tommy Dillon. And Tommy, a good game for you today. You were confident with your throws out there, and you made a lot of them. What did you think about that?
You know, the receivers played great, and they did the hard part. I just threw it, and they caught it, and we did a lot of good things on offense. And O-line blocked, you know, couldn't be better.
And even though you're just a junior, this is your second year as the starting quarterback on varsity. This year, has it been more comfortable for you as it's your second year starting now?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I got good experience, and you know, I'm playing a lot more confident, and you know, we played very well, and you know, it's a good one.
In this game, you guys had a lot of different guys scored, including Eric Kwok on that fumble return. That was some play there.
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, you don't often see, you know, a D lineman scoring, but you know, it's special, especially for someone who works so hard. So
and a
it's
senior.
Definitely good. Yep, and a senior.
Here with Tim Sommer. So how does it feel to put up the most points you've done all season and have a lot of touchdowns in this game?
It's a great feeling, you know. Last game on the home field, we went out with a big one, and we're going to the playoffs with stride.
About the playoffs, what are you guys trying to achieve, and how do you plan on doing that?
Obviously, we want to win a section title. We have a long road ahead of us, but we were confident in our guys. Our line played great today, blocked for us, and you know, we got some momentum now, and we're trying to take it all the way to the section title.
Back on the post-game show with Coach Anthony Vitti. And Coach, it was a good win for you guys. You doubled them up 54-27, and a lot of different guys scored touchdowns out there.
Yeah.
You were smiling a lot out there, and it definitely had to make you happy.
Absolutely. You know, it was nice of us to get ahead of one of these. You know, our kids work hard week in and week out, and you know, we knew that you know, they were going to come in. This was going to be a prideful unit, and they were going to want to get on us. We jumped on them early, had a defensive stand and a safety early, and got the ball back. And we were able to move it fairly well. We didn't capitalize on a few, which I'm disappointed in, and we missed a few. But you know, that's why we get back on it, X's and O's tomorrow.
And also, they made a lot of mistakes, and you guys made fewer. That was a key out there as well.
Well, you know, that's generally the way. The two things you look at, right, are penalties and turnovers. And I think we were able to do a good job of holding on to the football and, you know, limiting our penalties. We had some big ones that kept some of their drives alive. Again, those are things that I got to look at and say, we got to fix those.
And in a couple early games, there was a couple early struggles from him, but Tommy Dillon looked very good today, making his throws.
Yeah.
And his throws looked very nice, and he was hitting a lot of guys in stride. You got to be happy with how he played.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy works really hard at his craft. You know, he works at the mental game. He works hard in practice, but a lot of the things that we don't see is he watches a lot of film, you know, and he understands what the defense is trying to do. And he's growing in the role. You know, he's still a pup in terms of playing quarterback. It's only been a few years, but he's developing and doing a really nice job for us.
Back here on the post-game show in Cameron, it was a 54-27 win for Mamaroneck over White Plains, and it wasn't as easy as the score sounds, but they made fewer mistakes and were able to come away with the win.
Again, they capitalized on many of the mistakes that White Plains made on the many penalties, and capitalized on the scoring, as well as the offensive line created many blocks, opening up different holes for running backs and wide receivers, allowing them to score touchdowns.
And with their 54-27 win, Mamaroneck is now 2-4. White Plains is 0-6. A lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the CEO, Eric Lewis, COO, Matt Sullivan. Community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. For our camera crew, they were Sean Kelly, Kevin Duarte, and Rob Moretti. And once again, our final score here was 54-27. I'm Charlie McGraw for Cameron Gasmers. I'm Charlie McGraw saying thanks so much for watching and have a great evening.